Welcome to the Hem Report, keeping America on track every single day. Hello and welcome back to the Hem Report. Today is 7 November 2015. Hey guys, just read an article from the Drudge Report. It says Carson and Rubio back Obama trade, or the Trans-Pacific Partnership Agreement, or the TPP, or whatever the hell you want to call it. It's a deal that the White House and the GOP establishment put together. A deal that liberals and conservatives fought against, but the White House and the GOP establishment fought for. So this deal confuses me, and I'm against it. I believe it's going to hurt the American worker. I believe it's going to hurt our country in the long run. So I don't understand why these guys are backing it. I thought Marco Rubio would have learned his lesson after he got off the illegal immigration reform kick. That's why there's a part of me that doesn't trust Marco Rubio. I know he sounds great. He's really great in the debates, but I don't trust him. Maybe because he gave me a reason not to trust him a few years ago. I know he'll do way better than Hillary. Trust me, I don't want her in the office at all. But I want a candidate that's going to go in there and is going to fix our country, put it back together, make America number one again. You know, that's all I want is the America I grew up in. And for Carson, why he's supporting it, I really don't understand it. Maybe he's not read it, which I doubt he's read it. Anybody's read this thing. I mean, they say it's 3 times longer than the Bible. Forget how many millions of words are in this deal. So I think it's going to be another gateway for more immigrants to come in. It might be legally, but again, it's taking work away from Americans. We need better jobs for American citizens or American residents. It says we need a better America. We can't keep putting up with the same old story every day. This is getting old. We need a leader that's going to reform America. I know one of Carson's spokesmen said that they believe that the agreement's going to help put us back on a level playing field. But I really doubt this guy has read this agreement. I know I am a believer in free trade, but I don't believe this deal is free trade. I believe it's a setup, and it's just going to benefit a select few. And they're going to keep bringing people over to our country that they can pay lower wages to, and meanwhile kick Americans to the side. What happened to our representation? These guys need to go back to Congress, need to go back to Washington, and represent the American people. Guys, TPP is a horrible deal for the American worker. It is immigration reform disguised as a trade agreement. And when I talk about immigration, I'm not just talking about illegal immigration. I'm talking about any time a foreign national enters our country. This is going to take away jobs, high-paying jobs from American workers. We've already seen it with Disney and other companies bringing in foreign workers to take over IT jobs and force the American workers to train their replacements. How humiliating is that? How can we let our government continue to not represent the American citizen? Again, I'm talking about any time a foreign national enters our country, it's taking away jobs from the United States, whether it's on a visa reform, or on a permanent basis. Not saying that I'm against immigration, but we have to take care of Americans first. That's what our government is there to do, is to protect us. TPP is going to increase the number of L1 visas and tourist visas, which can be used for business purposes. So this is going to hurt the American worker. So let's take this point from Rosemary Jenkins, the Director of Government Relations for Numbers USA. She points out that in Chapter 10, that says that any service provider, let's take, for example, a telephone service or a contract security service or engineers or legal services or architects or any company that's providing a service opposed to a product can now enter the United States under TPP and provide their service. What does that mean? That means that any of these countries that are partnered in the TPP can come into our country, perform that service, and essentially compete with and undermine the people in the United States and the companies in the United States that are already providing that service. So why would our elected officials choose to vote for the TPP if it's going to undermine American jobs and American companies. So they're voting to undermine the American worker, American companies, and give unfettered access to the United States to foreign nationals, foreign national companies that are coming to take your job. I'm not going to put up with it. So please help me out. So when it comes election time, let's vote out those guys that are not representing the American people, the American worker, and the American companies. Give me your opinion at thehimreport.com. I'm Raphael Him signing out. Visit thehimreport.com for more news and updates.